Good morning, friend. Before the emails come in, before the kids wake up, before the world starts demanding your attention, take just a moment. Breathe. Be still. This is sacred space. As the first light of day gently breaks through the darkness, we gather not by accident, but by divine invitation, to pause and seek the face of God. Today's prayer is inspired by Psalm 86, written by King David during one of the darkest seasons of his life. He was a man of authority, but he didn't come to God with pride. He came with dependence. In the midst of trouble, David didn't run from God. He ran to him. That's our invitation this morning, too. No matter what your night looked like, whether you woke up refreshed or restless, with peace or with problems, you're here now, and God is here too. David knew something we often forget, that the nature of God doesn't change when life gets hard. He is still good, still faithful, still near. So as we begin this day together, I invite you, quiet your heart, open your spirit, and draw close to the one who already holds this day in his hands. Let's begin with prayer. Incline your ear, O Lord, and answer me, for I am poor and needy. Psalm 86:1. These words from David may sound ancient, but they are as real and relevant today as ever. We live in a world that tells us to be strong, independent, self-made. But David, who was a warrior, a king, a leader, begins his prayer by doing the opposite. He admits, I am poor, I am needy. Have you ever felt that way? Worn thin, overwhelmed, unsure of how to keep going? David's honesty teaches us something powerful. God isn't drawn to our performance, He's drawn to our dependence. When we come to Him with our broken pieces, our hidden wounds, our silent anxieties, He leans in, He listens. Maybe this morning you're carrying something heavy, worries about work, a strained relationship, grief, guilt, or simply the weight of another unknown day. You don't have to carry it alone. Let David's prayer be your own today. Come to God just as you are, not cleaned up, not put together, but honest. Say, Lord, I need you. He hears, He answers, and He draws near to the humble heart. Let's keep praying. Preserve my soul, for I am godly. You are my God. Save your servant who trusts in you. Psalm 86, verse 2. That word godly in Hebrew is hasid. It doesn't mean perfect. It doesn't mean morally flawless. It means someone in covenant, someone who belongs to God. David wasn't boasting about his goodness. He was declaring his relationship. He knew that he was God's. And because he belonged to God, he could ask boldly, preserve me, save me, I trust you. If you've placed your faith in Jesus, that covenant now belongs to you too. You are His. Not just on your best days, not just when you feel strong, but even when your faith feels fragile and your prayers seem unanswered, He calls you His. And what belongs to Him, He guards, He carries, He cares for. Maybe you've been praying and waiting. Maybe you're wondering if God has forgotten. Friend, He hasn't. The covenant still stands. His faithfulness has no expiration date. So today, stand firm in that truth. You are not just a face in the crowd. You are a child of the promise. You are known, seen, and held by the one who never breaks His word. Let's keep trusting and keep praying. For you, O Lord, are good and forgiving, abounding in steadfast love to all who call upon you. Psalm 86, verse 5. Let that sink in for a moment. God is good, not sometimes good, not mostly good. He is completely, consistently, eternally good. And He's not just good in theory, He's good to you, right now, in this moment. David wrote these words while walking through a valley, not standing on a mountaintop. And yet, he still declared the goodness of God. Why? Because David didn't base his faith on feelings, he built it on who God is. Our emotions may rise and fall, circumstances change, but God's character remains the same. He is forgiving, not holding your past against you. He is loving, not just with a little, but with an overflow of steadfast love. And here's the promise. To all who call on Him, He listens. Maybe you've felt like your prayers go unnoticed. Maybe you've wondered if you've missed your chance. But God is still good, still listening, still ready to restore. So call on Him today, not with fear but with confidence, because the one you're calling is faithful. Let's keep praying with hearts anchored in who He is. There is none like you among the gods, O Lord, nor are there any works like yours. For you are great and do wondrous things. You alone are God. Psalm 86, 8-10. In a world that offers countless voices and countless gods, success, fame, comfort, control, it's easy to get distracted. We live in a culture that tells us to build our lives on what we can see, touch, or achieve. But David's words cut through the noise. You alone are God, not one among many, the one and only. No other name heals like His. No other power restores, redeems, or breathes life into what's been broken. So today, pause and ask yourself, where have I placed my trust? In my job, my plans, my abilities, and minus body better. Recently in the operation, David invites us to lift our eyes and fix our gaze on the greatness of God, not just on Sunday mornings, but in every corner of our lives. Worship is more than a song. It's how we work, how we love, how we trust God with our future. So let your day become an act of worship. Let your life reflect His glory. Because there is no one like Him, let's keep praying and honoring the one who truly reigns. Teach me your way, O Lord, that I may walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name. Psalm 86:11. David doesn't ask for comfort. He doesn't ask for a lighter load or an easier path. He asks for direction. Teach me your way. That kind of prayer takes courage, because when we ask God to teach us, He often leads us through valleys, not just mountaintops. And the lesson isn't always instant. It's lived out, step by step. But the second part of his prayer is just as powerful. Unite my heart. Why? Because we all know what it's like to feel divided, to say we love God, but secretly chase approval, to trust Him in one moment, then lean on our own strength the next. David understood that a divided heart drifts. It gets distracted. It becomes disoriented. So this morning, ask yourself, where is my heart divided? Are there places where I'm holding on to comfort, pride, or fear instead of fully surrendering? God doesn't want a part of you. He wants your whole heart. Not out of demand, but out of love. Because only a united heart can walk in truth, and only truth will lead us into freedom. Let's keep praying for focus, for clarity, for a heart that's fully His. I give thanks to you, O Lord my God, with my whole heart, and I will glorify your name forever. For great is your steadfast love toward me. You have delivered my soul from the depths of Sheol. Psalm 86, 12-13. There's something powerful about gratitude. It doesn't erase the struggle, but it changes the lens through which we see it. David didn't wait until everything was perfect to give thanks. He looked back at God's faithfulness, His rescue, His love, and it gave him perspective for what he was facing now. What about you? When was the last time you paused and remembered how God has brought you through? Maybe it was a moment when peace showed up unexpectedly, a bill that got paid just in time, a broken relationship that somehow found healing, or simply the strength to keep going when you wanted to give up. These aren't accidents. They are reminders. God is near. God is working. God has not let you go. Gratitude doesn't deny reality. It redefines it. And when we give thanks from the heart, we begin to see not just our problems, but His presence in the middle of them. Today, take a moment. Name one thing God has done for you, and let that memory lead you into worship. Let's keep praying with thankful hearts. O God, arrogant people have risen up against me. A band of ruthless men seeks my life, and they do not set you before them. Psalm 86:14. David doesn't sugarcoat his reality. He brings his fear, his frustration, and his enemies directly to God. And you can too. Maybe your struggle isn't with people trying to take your life, but maybe it's with words that wounded you, people who misunderstood you, or circumstances that feel unfair and out of your control. Or perhaps the battle is internal. Silent doubts, persistent fear, temptations that just won't go away. Whatever it is, God invites you to name it, not to shame you, but to meet you right there, in the truth of what you're facing. You don't have to pretend everything's fine. David didn't, and still, God called him a man after his own heart. So today, speak honestly. Maybe it's, God, I feel unseen, or Lord, I'm afraid of what's next, or simply, God, I'm tired. He already knows. But when we name our struggles, we also begin to release them. We shift the weight from our shoulders to His. Let this moment be a sacred exchange, your honesty for His help, your weakness for His strength. Let's keep praying, with real hearts and real hope. But you, O Lord, are a God merciful and gracious, slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness. Psalm 86:15. David doesn't make up these words. He's quoting what God said about himself back in Exodus 34, and he's holding on to it like an anchor in the storm. Merciful, gracious, slow to anger, overflowing with love, unshakably faithful. Friend, that is who God still is, right now. Not just in David's story, not just in ancient times, that's who walks beside you into this day. Maybe you've been told that God is distant, harsh, disappointed in you. But Scripture tells another story, one where the Creator bends low to comfort the broken, one where grace is never in short supply. We all need to be reminded of who God is, especially when life feels uncertain. So if you're walking through something hard today, let David's words steady your heart. God isn't unpredictable. He doesn't change moods with the weather. His love isn't earned, it's offered. Lean into that truth. Trust not in how you feel, but in who He is. Because when everything else shifts, His character stays the same. Let's keep praying, with trust rooted in a faithful God. Turn to me and be gracious to me. Give your strength to your servant. Show me a sign of your favor, God, that those who hate me may see and be put to shame, because you, Lord, have helped me and comforted me. Psalm 86:16-17. As David closes his prayer, he doesn't ask for success, applause, or escape. He asks for grace, for strength in weakness, for a sign of God's nearness, not to boast, but so that others might see and know the Lord is with him. Have you ever prayed like that? Sometimes what we need most isn't a change in our circumstances, but a quiet assurance that God is present in them. A glimpse of His hand, a whisper of His comfort. This is a beautiful, humble way to end any prayer, not with demands, but with trust. Saying, God, I know you are with me. Let others see it too, not for my glory, but yours. And now, as we close this morning time together, may this blessing go with you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace. Walk in His strength today. He goes with you. As we close this time of prayer and reflection, I want to leave you with one final encouragement. Walk into this day with confidence, not the kind rooted in your abilities, your to-do list, or how well things go, but the kind that comes from knowing who goes with you. The God we've met in Psalm 86, the God who is merciful, gracious, slow to anger, rich in love, and faithful in every season, is the same God who walks beside you now. You are not alone. You are not unseen. You are not unheard. Whatever today brings, joys or burdens, peace or pressure, He is near. He listens, He cares, and He is more than enough. If this time of prayer has helped center your heart and reminded you of God's goodness, I invite you to stay connected. Subscribe to the channel for more daily prayers and Bible-based reflections. And if someone came to mind while you listened, someone going through something, share this video with them. You never know how much one quiet word of hope can change a heart. Until next time, may you walk in the steadfast love of our faithful God, and may His presence go before you in all things.